Ace wants to go live too. Ace.
Um, let's talk a little bit about the quarterback situation, how how they're gonna progress in training camp.
Between Malik and Will, you think? I think that'll be interesting because they're going to split reps because initially Malik's going to be number two, Will's going to be number three, but we know that Will's going to be the guy at some point. It's just a matter of when. So is that going to flip flop at some point to where Will's going to be getting the second team reps? I think that's going to probably flip flop a lot back and forth through training camp just because they're going to have to see if he can, what he does with second team reps against second team competition.
Um, hold on, Preston. I'm gonna.
Oh, you had the Matrix there. You all right?
The right hearing aid is driving me crazy for
Uh-oh.
some reason. It's not working right. I'm definitely gonna have to take that in and get it fixed. Um, I'm probably gonna have to take that in and get it fixed sometime.
Yeah, get that fixed for sure. You got to get that working.
I need these. These are important to me.
Absolutely.
Hold on, just 1 second. Let me see if I can get it to go back off. Um, I need these hearing aids. They're very important to me.
Yeah, they are.
Um, Preston, so what do you think about the Malik Lewis situation in the training camp and stuff like that?
Which part of Malik are we talking about? Give me a little more context so I can help you there. I want to answer.
I think that I think that Malik Lewis can do some things that he's capable of, but I don't see I don't see enough from him where he was playing last year in the trenches of the game last year. And the fact that he the fact that he didn't play well or produce well, it's it's kind of a scenario where you don't have the veteran quarterback out there to play football or he gets injured or whatever. And Malik he just didn't step into it the right way.
No, it's tough sometimes when you're in that situation, when you're not prepared to play. And then again, also, if the offense isn't catered around your skill set and you don't have weapons to really do anything with, he's not put in a fair situation. So we don't really know what we have in Malik. I mean, this year he's going to hopefully get a chance to throw to DeAndre and get a chance to throw to Traylon in training camp. I mean, you might see a completely different guy, but at the end of the day, it may not matter because he may not be here. But if the good thing is he's going to improve his value whether he's here or elsewhere, so he'll be able to get a chance to showcase that he's worked from year to one to year two, improving his accuracy, improving his ability to master a playbook, improving just watching the game slow down for him, just stuff like that that's going to be critical for him.
Um, it's for sure, Preston. I agreed with that 100%. It's definitely it's definitely not easy to slow it's definitely not easy to slow down the game when you're trying to play as as a rookie as a rookie level quarterback. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
I mean,
I mean, that's the year one to year two is the part
you
that it
have
slows down the most for any player. That's
in
when you take a
in
big jump.
at excuse me, and you in year two you kind of gotta slow down the game a little bit to kind of take a step back off of that a little bit.
Correct. Mentally, that's where the processing starts to slow down a little bit, and you're able to things slow down a little bit to where you're able to see it faster and quicker, and you're able to make decisions faster. You're able to understand what's going on a little bit more and a little quicker.
Um, I think it's where I think it's a situation where he kind of got stuck into the trap this of this offensive line last year, into where he couldn't throw the ball out further. I mean, you, I just don't. I really don't see. I really don't see how well Malik Willis is going to progress this year, but I just think that he needs to stay behind on the on the sidelines.
Yeah, he's definitely going to stay on the sidelines. It's a matter of what team he's going to be on the sidelines for. I don't think it's going to be here because do they keep three quarterbacks? If they do, are they going to have that third quarterback be someone that's a bridge so Levis doesn't have to play this year? I mean, they may not want Levis to play this year so they can have him truly have a redshirt rookie year, or do they want him to get preseason experience?
I just I just don't think Malik Willis is gonna be the guy. I just don't.
I'm with you there. I mean, hopefully for him. I mean, he has a really good preseason, increases his trade value, and goes to somewhere where he's wanted, so he can be the number two quarterback somewhere and get a chance to compete and put himself in position to be the guy. That's what I think everybody, the best scenario for him would be.
Yeah. I just I don't see. I don't see. He's. I mean, Preston. I'm gonna say this to kind of take a step back off from Malik, but Malik Willis needs to needs to have some versatility on the field and off the field too, because the versatility that he was showing, it wasn't ready yet.
No, I agree. And a lot of times you get put in a situation where you're not ready, and whether it's your fault or not, sometimes this stuff is not going to go in your favor. It's how you respond to it. And I think he responded as well as he could respond. It's just one of those situations. He didn't have a lot of weapons around him. The line wasn't good. The play calling wasn't great. I mean, he was in a situation where he was not really set up to succeed, and he's still
It's
here.
not
And
it's not gonna go the way it's not gonna go the way you want it to when you're on the field, especially as a rookie quarterback,
no, but
kind of stepping into that hole.
no, but I bet you know what? I bet he learned from it, and it made him a better quarterback. And I bet it makes him work harder, which is what you want. It's going to make him work hard. It's going to drive him to work harder.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think, Ace? See, Ace agrees. There's
Hey,
Haley.
what's up?
Long time no talk. I hadn't talked to you in like 15 minutes, or 20 minutes.
Right.
So we were kind of talking about Malik Willis and stuff of how he of, of how he. I mean, I just don't. I don't know how well Malik Willis is gonna do in the preseason. Obviously, that's that's just that's just a Preston. How do I explain that?
We just hope he does well. I mean, we don't know how anyone's going to do in the preseason, but Malik versus Levis. I mean, you just year 1 to year 2, you just want to see that progression. And at the same time, we don't know that it matters because he may or may not be here, but it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out in training camp and in the games with him.
Yeah, for sure.
So how do you guys feel about Tannehill throwing the ball to D Hop? I mean,
Ladies first.
I mean, I'm not too concerned about it. I'm not going to be concerned until there's something to be concerned about. I think Tannehill, most of his issues are in the postseason anyway, so I'm not necessarily concerned about his
I'm not really.
regular season play.
Excuse me. I'm not really too concerned about that either. But it's an issue where, like, let's say, like Tannehill does throw one of those bonehead interceptions in the postseason again, and let's say like D Hop is wide open and he throws it down the field.
I mean, that's going to happen with almost any quarterback. It's just, you hope it happens less, but I mean, I'm not concerned with him throwing at him at all. I think it's one more good weapon for him to throw to. We just hope that he doesn't try to force it into double coverage, and he utilizes the fact that he has extra weapons like Chick, like Burks, like Tyjae Spears, like Henry, and maybe even Chris Moore or NWI or whoever's on the roster on the field to throw to instead of just having to force it to one of those top 2 guys.
Oh, Preston, I was talking to Haley about this last night. I was asking her where Julio Jones was in the last play of that game. I think he stepped out on the sideline on the last play of the game.
I think so too. I feel like that's right. That whole play was like a blur. Like it just.
Yeah. And I haven't gone back and watched that game since. So.
Tannehill threw that ball into triple coverage. I mean, you could clearly see that Jeff Swain was wide open for the first down. That was easily going to be a first down with 20 seconds to go on the clock. I mean,
I think it's easy for us though, kind of obviously we're looking at things from a completely different vantage point. And one thing that I've learned, like even just watching that quarterback show on Netflix, I think there's an episode where Kirk Cousins talks about, where, later on, even the quarterbacks, they can go back and look and say, this place, that here, this, person was wide open. I just missed it, or I panicked, or pressure was coming and I had to get rid of it. I think that can happen anytime to any quarterback, but it just unfortunately was the biggest play of the year probably, so.
Look at what happened. Look at what happened to Matthew Stafford.
Mm-hmm.
In the first game of the playoffs, he struggled.
Yeah. But honestly, I we could sit here and we could pick over everything that has happened so far, but it's all in the past. And I think we just have to look to the future, and Tannehill's our guy until he's not, so I think it's just time to move on and see what see what happens. I mean, the good thing is we have Tannehill, which I mean, the thing for me is Tannehill's never made me uncomfortable. Like, I've never doubted him, or he's never made me uncomfortable as our quarterback. Obviously, they're, whatever. But, the good thing is we have two people behind him that hopefully between the two of them, one of them can kind of be his heir, I guess. So
I think also, I think that Will Levis can improve once the preseason progresses. I mean, Will Levis is gonna be. We don't know exactly what Will Levis and Malik Willis can be yet. We don't know exactly what they're gonna be yet. I mean, for the fact that it's a situation where rookie time goes by fast, and then year 2 and year 3 it kind of starts to slow down on you a little bit.
You hope it does.
Yeah.
If it doesn't, then something's wrong.
So Preston, what do you think about the first game of the season?
The Saints game, I think it's right now. I mean, every game looks winnable, but
I think it's a win-loss tie. What do you think? What do you think the first game is? A win, loss, or tie?
Well, tie's like kissing your sister, and I don't want to kiss Haley right now. So, I mean, I think it's more like, I think every game right now, I mean, you could say is a win or loss. It's tough to tell because it's just,
We
dogs
don't
going
really
crazy.
know.
The dogs think it's a loss, so I'm going to go with, I think it's a win. I can tell they're pretty passionate about it over there, but I think it's hard to tell just because we don't know what the final construction of the rosters look like. But given that we signed DeAndre Hopkins, I feel a little better about our receiving room.
Mm-hmm.
I think once we get the kicker situation figured out, whether it's we go with one of the two young kickers.
Hold on, excuse me, please. I'm gonna send Gary the link in, and Gary's gonna be able to jump in and take April's place.
All right.
Hold on 1 second.
All right. 1 second.
Give me just 1 second.
Okay, well, can we just keep talking while you do that, Bryce?
6, 7,
you
8,
and Preston talk.
9.
Okay. So Ryan said in the comments, the last 2 years with Tanny has to be measured by Downing. Think about Arthur Smith and Tanny, new coordinator with a reload of wide receiver weapons, has great potential. Our O-line and kicker are my major concerns.
I agree, kicker. Once we get the kicker situation figured out, I think that's good because we have a rookie kicker and a second-year kicker. And the good part is they could go through the first part of training camp, and if they don't like either kicker, if they're both struggling, they can go get a veteran at that point because there's going to be veterans available, or they could trade for one because there's teams that have two kickers that they may end up wanting to go with one, and they have a second kicker that they know they're not going to have or keep. And they could say, we can get a 6th-round pick for this kicker that we're going to cut. We know this team needs one. Let's make something happen versus putting them on waivers and getting to another team that might, get to them before us that they need a kicker. So there's possibilities there, but hopefully one of these two works out and we have a kicker the next 10 years, kind of like we did with Stonehouse last year.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of ifs, but
okay, I got it sent off.
Okay.
Right.
Sorry about that, guys.
It's okay.
I think the kicker situation is going to be, Preston, I think the kicker situation is going to be kind of interesting to look over for the next couple of years. I mean, I don't know. We we really haven't had a good kicker since Lapalongas.
Oh, Suckup was good, but I think God, they better get it figured out before the next couple of years. I don't know that I can take these last second games where that much longer where they're going down to the wire and we have a kicker that we don't know that can hit a 40-yard field goal. I mean, we got to have somebody that's consistent at some point pretty soon. We've had 4 years of or 5 years of we don't know what we're getting at kicker. I mean, the closest thing we had Suckup was good, Gostkowski got good, but I mean, we've had like Michael Badgley, we've had Bullock has been inconsistent. I mean, we've had Cody Parkey. I mean, I can't even name all the guys we've had. We've had other guys that have just not been. Who's the other guy? Who was the guy that said he was an absurdist dominant? Oh, Greg Joseph. We had that guy, and we had like I think one or two other people that were just not very good.
Yeah, we had.
That's not good.
Sam Sloman or what?
Yes, Sloman. Yes.
Yeah.
The little short, chubby guy. Yes.
We had Randy Bullock, but he just couldn't make those 50-yard field goals. I don't know what was going on with that. He just couldn't make those kind of field goals for some
the problem
reason.
was he was inconsistent from 40 to 49 too. That was he was shaky even there. Like that was the part that you even got inside 40-yard range. You're like, I don't know if this dude's going to hit it. I mean, that's where you left a lot of points on the field with even that. So that part's concerning to me.
I think we moved on from Suckup way too soon.
Mm-hmm.
That was.
What's up, guys?
What up?
Hey, Gary.
Hey, what's happening, Bryce?
What's up, buddy?
Not much, man. Not much. Really busy today. Man, so how excited are y'all about this D-Hop? I know we were just talking about it, last Wednesday.
Mm-hmm. I'm excited. I'm
You're
pumped.
excited.
Oh yeah, I'm pumped. I've been pumped all week about this. I think it's like we talked about last week, Haley. It's going to be something that's very, very beneficial to our team, not just for Tannehill, but for Derrick Henry, for Chig, for Traylon Burks. This is going to take a lot of pressure off of all of them as well, and give us the opportunity to spread the ball out more.
For sure.
So what did you think about that? What did you think about that tweet that Derrick Henry put out there on
about the running backs?
Yeah.
Yeah. So me personally, I don't know how y'all feel, but I agree with them. I think that top end running backs do not get what they deserve in the NFL, and especially if you're a bell house running back, you carry the load of your offense. And we just got to be straight up honest. Derrick Henry has been the Titans offense, and you look at, and I think if I'm correct me if I'm wrong, but they're kind of referring to Saquon Barkley's deal that's going on. I'm not so sure. I really haven't followed him. I do remember when I had my sit-down dinner with Derrick Henry, we were watching the New York Giants versus the Cowboys, and, he was really up on Barkley. He talked a lot about him. But I do think that, the running backs don't get what they really deserve, I think that's a bigger position than what people give them credit for.
I think the running back position, it's one of the biggest positions in the game. That I think the running back is the second most important part of the game. Preston, so what do you think about that tweet?
I think it says a lot about how they feel. I mean, just when Matt Miller put that out there and he quote tweeted it, I was like, oh, this is going to be bad, because a lot of the running backs are going to agree, and they certainly did, because Josh Jacobs is going to hold out, and I feel like several others are going to hold out, and they are underpaid, and because they have a shorter shelf life, because they run them to death, and then all of a sudden their careers are over with, and then they go draft another running back and do it all over again. It sucks, but it's a system that's the problem. It's not necessarily the player; it's a system, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's definitely a system thing.
I mean, I think if you could argue to get them paid a year earlier, I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to it, but it just sucks that they're kind of in the situation where they have to be paid a year early.
Well, I heard something, and I don't remember if it was on ESPN or a podcast, but I heard something earlier today where they were talking about, do you think that running backs on their rookie deal, do you think that they should increase the amount they get on their rookie deal, or do you think they should wait till that first contract signing?
That's tough. Like, because then what if they suck in the rookie deal? Like, there's running backs that have been bad their first contract. I mean, that's tough.
Yeah, what was because you remember when we had that chain of just bad running backs for the longest time, like Dexter McCluster, if I'm saying that right, I can't even remember who else we had during that
Bishop
time,
Sankey.
but Bishop Sankey, yeah,
Sean Green, yeah.
Sean, yep, and
I thought you were
like
going back further than that, though. I thought you were going to say Chris Brown, Chris Henry. I was like, man, this is pretty recent.
yeah, and well, my point is like, I think it really just depends on the player. Like if you draft a player and then I'm not so sure I would put all my chips on their rookie deal, but that first contract, if hey, like this is a running back that is going to possibly be the face of the franchise, or be at least 50% or more of our offensive production, then pay them what they're worth. Especially like a Derrick Henry or a Nick Chubb, or I'm assuming Saquon Barkley's been productive. Like I said, I don't really follow him too much, but I'm assuming he's been pretty productive over the years.
Minus his injury, yeah. And McCluster came to us actually from the Chiefs. He was really good, and he was good here before he got hurt. But I think it's just the problem was he wasn't a good fit in our offense, and Whisenhunt wasn't a good coach. So it was just kind of a bad puzzle piece kind of fit too at the same time. That's just honestly, he probably shouldn't have come here, because you know what I mean. That's just this sucks because they didn't use him correctly. He was good. They just didn't use him correctly, unfortunately. But
Yeah.
Bishop Sankey he was the first running back taken in that 2014 class, but he was like almost like the 60th pick. Like he was like mid-second round, which says something about how bad that class was for running backs, and they just weren't very good. He wasn't very good, and in general, that class was not. I mean, running backs was not very good, but they had a couple years where they just weren't drafting well anyway. The Titans weren't drafting well anyway, and then they started drafting better.
Yeah.
But the 15 class was really, really rough.
Yeah, it was. But yeah, man, like I love the running back position. I'm always going to be more of a quarterback guy before I am a running back, and that's just because I love the quarterback position. I feel like quarterback they have to know every position on both offense and defense, because you have to be able to read the defense. You have to know what they're going to be doing just by looking at where they're lined up, what formation they're in, and you have to know your offense. Of course, you have to know everything that your teammates are supposed to be doing. That way you can make corrections at the line of scrimmage. So I like just what all goes into a quarterback position. But with regards to the running back, I guess for me, it has to be a particular type. Like, it depends on the team. Like Kansas City, they're a pass first team. They're not really. They'll run the ball if they have to. The Bengals, they're the same way. The Bills, they're the same way. They'll run it if they have to. They don't really have that like high end running back, on their team. I think one of them has a 7th round draft pick as their running back, and It just goes to show you it's really just depends on the team and the type of system you're in. And of course, Titans, we've been heavily run for first for a long time, and it's like every time we seem to try to shift out of that, it just bites us in the butt.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Hey Gary,
Yeah, what's up, buddy?
what do you think about the wide receiver room now?
Oh, I'm excited. I felt for, this whole entire off season, especially once we started hearing reports out of camp and stuff, that Traylon Burks was, doing a lot better. I've been really high on Traylon Burks, and I think he's going to be, a great wide receiver for us. And I think he's going to be a lot more productive this year than he was last year. But I just think, with us adding DeAndre Hopkins to our team, we're just going to,
It was
excel even more, because that takes pressure off of him. That takes pressure off of Henry. That takes pressure off of Chig. And then we also got Kyle Phillips, who's possibly coming back on, And if he pans out to be any good, then, that really gives us, three legit targets for Tannehill to target.
So, yeah, Gary. So what I was saying is that Traylon Burks wasn't as productive as last year, but he's going to be really productive this year in the offense.
Yeah. Well, I just think, kind of like Malik's situation was last year. They were both like new into the system. They had a lot. The game was really fast for them, and you could kind of see towards the end of the year, before he got hurt and got that concussion, you could see each game leading up until that game where he got the concussion, you could see it start to slow down for him. And each game he took a step, and he was more productive than the week before. Then the next week he was more productive than that week. So, I'm really excited to see the growth that, we've been hearing about. Really, really excited to see that. But more so, I'm excited to see just the combo between D-Hop and Burks on that field. And mainly because now defenses aren't going to be as willing to put 9 in the box on Derrick Henry. So, I bet you, like I said, if we signed D-Hop, then Derrick Henry was going to be throwing a party, and I'm sure he threw a huge party.
I think that DeAndre Hopkins is going to be a huge part of this offense to
He
kind
has to
of
be.
help out this wide receiver room just a little bit, and he can also take less hits because we have the bell cow running back.
Oh yeah. And what's his name? Tajay Spears, the backup running back we drafted this year. Am I saying that right? Tajay Spears.
Yes, sir. That's him.
All right, yeah. I'm really excited because let's not forget about him. So now we got D-Hop. Let's say we got D-Hop on the field. We got Traylon Burks on the field. We got Chig on the field. Then we have Derrick Henry on the field, and we also throw out Tajay Spears on the field. Then, what is a defense going to do? Who do you try and double? Who do you not? Who do you put your main attention on? I think Spears is going to be that running back that kind of helps us spread the ball out to where we're able to kind of screen plays more. Although I think we're all just permanently hurt from screenplays thanks to Todd Downing. So I don't think any of us want to see it, but if it's a good play concept and it actually works, and they're not just run pass screen, I think I think it'd be good, and just have a change of speed. So I'm really excited. I think there's a lot of scenarios that can go into this to where it's going to be very beneficial for everybody on the team. On the offense, I say now my biggest concerns is that offensive line. I think I was watching Buck Rising on A to Z Sports, and they were saying something about Titans possibly not done in free agency, and that they're looking to address the offensive line again. So that's going to be interesting to see, what plays out there.
They're supposed to be working out George Fant.
The new offensive lineman we just picked up from the Jets.
I don't think we picked him up yet, right? He's just working out.
Yeah, I think he. Yeah, that's what I heard, is that he was working out, and
it's his birthday today.
Is it?
What?
Yeah, somebody went to his Twitter and they said
that was Melody.
I was like, yeah, Melody, yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out Melody for doing the detective work and not even knowing it.
Bryce, we got a Jags fan in the chat. Did you see that?
Oh man.
Oh, we do. Did y'all see that video I sent y'all on the private messages last night? MJD just sitting there saying that even if the Titans had Superman in Nashville, that there's no way we're going to beat the Jags. And I'm just like, are you kidding me? Like, since we've had Derrick Henry single-handedly owned the Jags. They beat us one time, and now they got such a big hand.
They did beat us. They did beat us twice last year, and one of those times they beat us pretty convincingly. So I'll give them that. They beat us here with Tannehill pretty convincingly. Although we still were like the most injured team in the league this whole season, but they barely beat us the last game of the season with our third string quarterback with no O-line basically and half our roster hurt. So
yeah. It just made no sense. Like, that fired me up. I was so mad when I seen that.
Yeah.
Guys, I hate to do this, but I got to run, but I wanted to jump on for a little bit. So I will see you guys next week, probably.
All right, Preston. Well, it was nice talking to you, man.
Hey, nice talking to you, man. I will. Y'all be good. I will see y'all next time.
All right.
All right. Take care.
Bye.
Y'all too.
Bye.
Hey, guys.
Oh, that's such a cute dog.
Yeah, he's funny.
Yeah.
So Gary. What do you think about the transition of the number change for D-Hop?
Is he? What's going to be his number now? Do we know yet?
I would say give him number 10.
I mean, he hasn't even signed his contract yet, so I think one thing.
Yeah, I didn't think. Yeah. So, I mean, I don't think we have a number 10 on our team, do we?
I think
that's something I have to look up.
I don't think so, but I think some people think that's like a cursed number,
Oh, yeah.
Hi, Wanda. Hi, Melody.
Oof. I didn't think about that. Now I'm having flashbacks of Vince Young. Well, I mean, Vince Young, Jake Locker, yeah, But I feel like Vince Young, had he was able to stay a little bit more healthier, and I don't know, I just felt like he had such a huge potential and was doing so good, and then he just went spiraling down. It's kind of like what we were talking about with Marcus.
Mm-hmm.
And that's crazy,
I think Jeff Fisher always hated Vince Young.
Well, isn't that the reason why we let go of Jeff Fisher, was because he refused to let go of Vince Young?
No. Actually, Vince Young was let go before Jeff Fisher was. It was kind of a power struggle. Vince Young was Bud Adams' guy. And Jeff Fisher and Vince had some issues. I don't know that he hated him, but they had issues that And in the end, I think it became kind of a power struggle. They ended up letting Vince go, so we thought that we would be keeping Jeff, because they let Vince go, so it was kind of like choosing Jeff, in that scenario. But I think some other issues happened after that. Jeff was supposed to be staying, Vince was gone, and then some things kind of deteriorated there, and so Jeff ended up leaving too. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Did y'all get to hear where, speaking of Jeff Fisher was on, I think it was 104 or 105.9 or whatever. No, I'm getting that all
I
wrong.
actually
104.5.
so
Yes,
here's-
thank you.
Hang on,
104.5.
I actually have a screen record of that, and I can send it to you guys in the group chat so that way you can listen to it.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right, what were you saying,
But-
Gary?
So he came on one of those shows, and I'm not sure which one it was, but he was talking to them, and it was about us getting Ron, and he seemed to be extremely fired up because he felt like the connection between Ron and Mike Vrabel would be hugely beneficial, and that he even said some of the records that we set back when I was head coach is going to get obliterated now. So, he seemed really positive on that. What is y'all's opinion? Do you think that the combo between Mike Vrabel and Ron is panning out to be something good so far?
I mean, I
think
don't
it's-
even know that we really have had enough time to really answer that. I mean, he's only been here a few months, and obviously we've been through one draft, and we haven't seen a single one of those players play yet.
Yeah.
But I would say definitely landing Hopkins. If they end up signing, Fant, and kind of addressing a couple of these other areas before the season
I think
starts,
when
I think we're on the
Carzon-
right track.
Yeah,
I think
agree.
Rand Carzon can do a much better job than J-Rob did for sure. I mean,
Yeah, I felt like J Rob was like a gunslinger, poker player. Like you just never knew what was going to happen,
I mean,
But I feel like we have to give him credit because from where we were to where he brought us was a night and day difference. So I feel like
Definitely
Go
he
ahead,
deserves
Haley.
credit. However, I think the problem with him is that he always felt like I don't think that he valued players as much as he should have. That he felt like, to me, it seemed like he always felt like he was kind of, okay, he was too much in that next man up mentality. Like, okay, well, I can find somebody that can, we don't need to pay you this much, or we don't need, that he kind of just always, he got a little cocky with the, we can find somebody else to do your job,
yeah.
Sometimes
No,
that's
that's
not always
great.
the case, so.
No, that's a great wording of that. Like, I agree with you 100% on that. Like the whole cockiness thing, like you could definitely fill it out, with that next man up mentality, and that's really unfortunately what jumped up and bit us in the butt last year was just after the first season of having what was it 90 plus players hurt, and then turn around and have a repeat after that. And I mean, who is your next man up?
Right.
Hey guys, I'll be right back. I'm gonna mute my mic and turn off my camera. I gotta go check on my twins real quick.
Okay.
so Haley, what he was talking about was the next man up mentality. So what do you think about? How do you think we're gonna do with the next man up mentality this year?
I mean, I don't know. I think we've had that mentality for a while. I think Vrabel also has that mentality, but Vrabel also understands the value of the players that he has. And J. Rob took it. I think Vrabel takes it from a game standpoint, game to game. Next man up. We got this person hurt. The next person's just got to step up. But J. Rob was that way from a business perspective, which I don't think is the same. Is the same concept. Because I think from a business perspective, it kind of teaches your players that everybody's just expendable, and hey, if we're not going to pay you whatever because we can go find somebody else. The difference between him and Vrabel is much more just preparing his players for, hey, you never know when you're going to get your turn. You never know when we're going to need you. You never know when, whoever's going to get hurt and you got to jump in. And I think he does a good job of preparing players in that way. But I have no idea what that looks like this year. It didn't look too great last year. It has in the past looked pretty good. Last year we didn't have a lot of depth, which is partly J-Rob's fault. But
I think there's gonna be a better Nets man up mentality this year. I see
that baby.
I see where Rand Carson is gonna take us to that next step. And get us back to
Yeah.
I hope so, but again, I think it's too early. It's too early to make that call. So,
and get us back to where we used to be. But it's probably gonna take a couple years to get us back to where we need to be, and we need to be in the right mindset of the football game, and we definitely need to we need something other than the injuries to happen. We need to keep our guys healthy. We need
we definitely do.
We need to make sure the guys stay in the right shape.
Dude.
We need to build some depth too. I mean, again, we did have some depth. If you think about a couple of years ago, we really were in that next man up mentality, and we had some good depth, and everybody stepped up, and we didn't really miss a beat, even when we were missing Julio and AJ and Henry all at once. Everybody kind of stepped up, but I think this last year we didn't. We definitely got to keep from getting hurt, but we also need to build some depth. I don't know that we're going to be able to do that immediately, obviously, because we're just addressing.
We really don't have a lot of depth guys this year in the backup position. We really, I mean, I think that Christian Fulton, he's been hurt a lot, and the fact that he hasn't been able to stay healthy and stay on the field, it's because of those soft tissue injuries, like a hamstring or whatever.
So, yeah. So Teal Corner Pod is asking, are y'all going to miss the CB that got suspended for gambling? Will that cause the rookie CBs to step in early? So it was actually that was actually one of our offensive linemen, Nick Petit-Frere, that got suspended for 6 weeks. Some people are, I think that's part of the reason that we're bringing in Fant to work out, is to try to address that. Because our offensive line was already struggling. Yeah. So, and this is just, I think is this year 2 for Petit-Frere? So
yes.
Yeah. So that it definitely hurts having him being suspended for 6 weeks. But I think they're trying to address that issue.
Haley, I want to kind of get your touch on what the offensive coordinator position is going to look like, and how well is Tim Kelly going to do to change that mindset of Todd Downing?
I mean, honestly, I have no idea how he's going to do. I don't, I have no idea. I know, he wasn't exactly the best in Houston, but I do know that he's a little bit more of a passing, offensive guy. I know I think that was even his position last year, or whatever. So hopefully we'll see a little bit more in the passing game. And I mean, I think you would hope anybody would be a step up from Johnny. Um, I can see what happens. So.
Sorry about that. I just muted my mic. I think that Tim Kelly can kind of change the game plan around from where Todd Downing could not change that game plan around.
Yeah,
It looks like
I think.
Hey Gary, it looks like it's just me and you now, buddy.
All right. Yeah, I think Tim Kelly's definitely going to be able to change that offensive the offense up a lot. I think them bringing in a bunch of new people, I think that's going to help cuz if I'm correct, they brought in a new nutritionist and stuff like that. So that's gonna help out with aspects of the injury side of everything. What is y'all's opinion about them turning Nissan Stadium to turf?
I think that I'll touch on it first, Gary. There was a lot of players. Okay, you've seen in the Jacksonville Jaguars game, right, against Jacksonville last year, and the fact that there were so many players slipping on the grass and sliding all over the place, and the reason why I say this, it's because the grass is not meant for football. It's more meant for. It's more meant for. Gary.
Sorry about my daughter running around in the background, guys. But yeah, no, I agree. On a couple things, but I do want to bring up a couple points. So, as far as running backs go, running backs prefer regular grass over turf. If we go back and we look at Derrick Henry got hurt playing on turf at the Colts. So I think it's really just more so of a matter of opinion. But I think it could be beneficial, at least for the city of Nashville, because then they're going to be able to do a lot more at Nissan Stadium than what they are now. Because our weather here is so bipolar. It'll be raining 1 minute and then feel like it's in the middle of the desert the next second. So, this will be able to have more events held at Nissan Stadium until our new stadium gets built. But I think it's really just a catch 50. Really, it just depends on the player and their preferences. What's your opinion on it?
It's supposed to be a different kind of, maybe like a newer kind of turf or some sort of. I mean, I think Melody said in the comments, it's hard to maintain that grass at Nissan, which is true, which I think is part of the problem. Yeah. But from what I understood, it's maybe a different kind of turf, maybe kind of a new whatever. So maybe it's something that they're thinking that they won't like because of whatever, but maybe it'll be better for them. I mean, I don't know.
Sorry about that, Haley. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're fine.
Yeah. By the way, Titans Fox. I didn't mean catch 22. Sorry, my brain's all over the place right this second. But yeah, I do remember hearing it's supposed to be some sort of new technology. So it is going to be interesting But I definitely think it's going to be beneficial for, Nashville and, events held at Nissan Stadium. So did y'all, I heard a rumor and I seen it on Twitter, and it's about the throwback jersey reveal. People are thinking that the throwback jerseys are going to be black. I think I would be pretty upset if that's the case. What is y'all's opinion on that?
I think people are misinterpreting the teaser video they did because they did the
Yeah.
oil on it, and so then for whatever reason everybody went, or not everybody, but some people went the direction of like that it was going to be black. But I don't think, I think it was just, I think that was just to imply we were putting oil on them,
Oh,
turning them
yeah.
into Oilers jerseys, So
Well, I mean, that's how our team was founded, was on the back of Bud Adams Oil Company. So, I mean, it makes a lot of sense.
well, we used to be the
But,
Tennessee
yeah,
Oiler, so
yeah. And
Yeah.
did y'all know that the Jets used to be Titans?
oh really?
Back in
I
the
didn't know that.
day,
Yeah.
I was actually looking at the this video of all of the old school teams, and the Jets did used to be the Titans.
Yeah, well, do y'all remember when, I don't remember what year it was, but we had a primetime game. I think it was our Color Rush game against the Jets. And their broadcasting people got into it with Mike Keith, because they wanted Mike Keith to refer to the Titans as the Tennessee Oilers and refer to the New York Jets as the New York Titans. And he refused to do that. And, because for one, it wasn't even a throwback game. It was our Color Rush game. And, for two, the Adams family bought, the Titans name out from the what is now the New York Jets. So, it's like I said, if it was a throwback game, maybe I could see them calling it the Tennessee Oilers, but it wasn't even a throwback game, that game, and it was just a Color Rush game. What did y'all think about the Color Rush uniforms?
I wasn't even born yet when that happened.
No, he's talking about the Color Rush uniforms, the uniforms we used to use. Like usually, a lot of times they'd be on Thursday nights, and we'd wear the all baby blues,
Light blue.
We'd usually end up playing the Jags, and it'd be us and our all baby blues, and theirs, and they're like puke, like puke
yellow, if that's what you want to call
whatever, puke green, yeah. And
that the team with no name,
right,
or the team that don't exist.
yeah.
We
So you remember that, Bryce? It was just within the last few years.
we just don't play very good in the light blue Color Rush thing. We just don't play any good at all with that. And I think the Navy blue,
Yeah.
I think the Navy blue one is better than the light blue Color Rush thing. Gary, so what do you think about that? What do you think about the Navy blue over the light blue Color Rush?
I like the navy blue over the light blue. But Haley, what were you gonna say about the Color Rush uniforms?
Well, I was saying what I think he's thinking of is we always play horribly when we do a code blue. We do code blues at the stadium where everybody's supposed to wear blue, and they always are like, it's always like the worst. I think last year was like the first year we didn't do that, because we didn't always play horrible when we did the Color Rush games, because usually we're playing the Drags and they were horrible. But
Yeah.
I think the code blue games at the stadium were what we were
Yeah, I remember we did a code blue game against the Steelers a while back ago, and we just got annihilated. I was so mad because
They're terrible.
I was like,
Yeah.
no, this we're gonna beat the Steelers finally. Like we're gonna break this. We're
Yeah.
gonna beat 'em. Man, we got crushed.
I think we were I think we've lost like almost every single code blue game we've ever done.
Yeah.
We
Now
We
I like
lost.
the solid white uniforms, like white on
me
white
too.
when they're.
Like a
Oh
stormtrooper.
man, that is just yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm a huge Star Wars fan,
How
so
about this? How about this? Bring the throwback helmet with the white uniforms.
say that again.
Bring the throwback helmet with the white uniforms.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like because I mean our white uniforms are still kind of faintly similar. I mean, minus a few cosmetic differences because we had when we were the Oilers, we had the light blue going down the side of the pants with a red and white outline. Or well, no, it was just a blue with the red outlining on the away pants, and I really liked it. But that baby that powder blue that we had as the Oilers, like by far my favorite uniform in the NFL period.
My favorite one is the navy blue. The navy blue one. I like the all navy blue. I like to see the night vision.
Do y'all remember when we had the red and navy blue shoulder stripes?
No, sir, I do not.
So that was right after we became the Titans, and we didn't wear it much, but it was we had a solid red jersey, and it had the instead of the shoulder stripe or whatever you want to call that on the old uniforms that we had was navy blue.
They never the red jerseys they never wore in a game though.
I thought they
They did.
did. See, okay, that's my bad. I thought they did.
No, you're right. I think a lot of people seem to remember them wearing, but it's because they sold them and they promoted them, and I think that they were maybe going to wear them for a game, but it got shut down, so they never got to actually wear them in a game. But I love that. I have one of those jerseys, the red jersey.
Yeah.
Preston actually brought this up on somebody's podcast. He said, there's no way I don't want that thing on us.
Well, yeah, because I mean, if you think of it now, it's just going to remind you of what team? The Houston Texans.
Yeah.
Because
I loved
their
the-
colors are red and
I loved those.
What
red
were you saying,
jerseys,
Haley?
though. I was gonna say I loved those.
Yeah,
red
I know.
jerseys.
it was
I miss when
different. Like
they used to incorporate a lot more red
yes,
back then, But
I mean, I would not remove the shoulder pad from the red. I would keep the shoulder pad on the red.
yeah. My twins are yelling.
I really like the feel. I really like the feel of the inside of the jersey, where you can actually feel like the shoulder pad of the new jersey. Gary,
Yeah, what's up, buddy?
I've actually liked the feel of. I like the silk feel of the inside of the jersey.
So I've actually well, it was when we had Marcus Mariota and we just did the jersey change. So I have two Marcus Mariota jerseys. One is the old style uniform and it's the light blue, and then I have an away jersey because, like I said, that white was just white on white is just nice. But both are authentic jerseys, and they have so much breathability inside those jerseys. Because if you get just a normal old school Titans jersey, and you wear it in this Tennessee weather, you're and it's remotely close to being warm, you're drenching in sweat in no time. But these new jerseys, they have a lot of breathability on them. They're comfortable. I really like them.
It's funny because I feel like my old jerseys that I have, like Eddie George and Wycheck and Bull, like all those, I feel like those are much lighter than the ones that I have now. They had all those little holes in the, like, they were like almost like a mesh, not mesh, but I don't know what you call it, but
Yeah, it's the fabric in them.
yeah, I feel like those are
Yeah.
much lighter than, but it may just be they're old too, so they've been, worn down a lot more or whatever. So that may be.
I'm gonna rock. I'm gonna rock the new school jersey. I have a custom jersey of mine.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's awesome, man. That's really awesome.
I have a custom jersey now too, Bryce, don't I?
Y'all should rock them together then on one of the episodes.
We
Mine
should.
right here.
Yeah, I want to get one, but on the back I want to get Twin Titans for my twins. Hey, look at that!
Yeah.
Yes, I love that. That is awesome.
It's really cool.
Yours is
Yeah,
cool.
I want to.
Bryce.
I definitely want to get one made and put Twin Titans on the back.
I like that.
I want to get a. I want to get a little jersey for my son. Which y'all see me holding him just a minute ago, and he has one of those helmets to help his head. But my wife decorated, so on the back it says "Tighten Up," and then it has 22 on it.
No, I love it.
Oh yeah, which every time I bring them into our living room, on this wall right over here, I have my two Titans flags. Because originally when we moved here, I was going to set up and have it to where that was going to be my background, but we just didn't have the room here. So once we get moved into our new place, I'll definitely have it set up. But he just loves to stare at these Titans flags. Like, he loves it. So
Love it.
I was like, yeah, you took after your daddy.
You got him a born Titan. You got a born Titans fan right there.
Yep. And well, my daughter, because I had twins. One's a boy and one's a little girl, and both of them, Kylie, she will sit there and she just watches. She'll binge, like, stare at the TV while I'm watching, football. And then Bentley, he loves colors, so he loves looking at the Titans flags, and then our light right up here, I can set it to light up different colors if so. Which last time I had it lit up, I was in a hurry, so I was trying to hurry up and get on, so I didn't have time to straighten up or get that turned on. But yeah, they both love football, so they definitely take after me and their mama there. Which, y'all want to hear something funny? And I'll probably get hurt for saying this, but so her dad is a Cowboys fan.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, so there's family tension there, JK. But I low key told her, I was like, 1 year I'm gonna get him a custom shirt made of Kevin Byard dancing on the Cowboy star and give it to him as a Christmas present.
For sure. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's so funny.
Need to do that. Definitely.
Yeah, he got to see Bentley's helmet, and he's like, oh man, like, he's like, grandson, they doing you wrong. I was like, nah, we raising them right up here.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah, my kids always loved watching football, because especially when their babies was watching the colors on the TV, it was like seeing all of the movement. They loved that. Sorry, Bryce.
Yes.
I would always. So you want to hear something funny?
Always.
When my nana was in the living room with me, I would always tell her to get out of the living room. I got this handled. Because every time she would come in, she's bad luck.
Oh man. So here's a little story. When I was growing up, this is why I'm such a huge Titans fan. Is my mom she grew up in Florida, but when she moved to Tennessee, met my dad, and then the Titans came from Houston to Tennessee, she became a huge, like, head over heels Titans fan. Well, there's this. We were playing Green Bay one day, and it was storming extremely bad outside. Well, our neighbor's kid had came in during the middle of the game, and she started rooting for Green Bay. So my mom literally kicked this girl outside in the storm and locked the door just because she was rooting for the other team.
Oh gosh.
Sorry, I didn't realize I was on mute. That's funny.
Yeah. Oh man, but yeah, it's
Do you have any more stories from where you was a kid?
Well, I mean, my first Titans game that I remember going to, was I think around 2000 or 2001. So it was after our Super Bowl run. And of course, as a little boy, the one thing that I remember most was the cheerleaders. I actually got to meet all the cheerleaders, and I got my picture taken, and I still have that picture somewhere. I just got to hunt it down, but that was one of the biggest memories I had when I was little. For me now, of course, Titans have been the one thing that kind of helped motivate me to push myself to, break off labels that other people wanted to put on me. Growing up autistic and, just having to deal with all that. Football was my kind of go-to thing to clear my mind. And, just to see all the times when people were down on the Titans and they'd sit there and say, well, the Titans aren't nothing, they're not going to win. And then next thing you know, here we go on a run. It was a lot. It was very motivating for me, especially growing up. And, it's a big part of, what's pushed me to kind of push through and, progress to the point that I'm at now. Because when I was little, I was almost nonverbal, and just having that to kind of go to just kind of watch and lean on was very, very motivating for me. And I tell everybody I bleed two-tone blue. You cut me open, I bleed blue. So.
Gary, I can't wait to meet you one day, man. We're definitely gonna make that happen.
Oh yeah, both y'all have to come down. We'll throw a big barbecue, man. I got the business to do it, so we'll do a big barbecue. Some briskets.
Where do you live now?
So we live just south of Nashville. So we're about 45 to 30 minutes, depending on how you drive, really. Okay. South of Nashville. So we live in Dixon.
Okay, yeah. I live in Nolensville, Brookwood,
Oh
Antioch,
yeah, so
right where all that.
Yeah,
Concord Road. Yeah.
See, I have a lot of memories because when I was little, my uncle lived in Antioch, so I'm very familiar with all that.
Yeah, that's the area I grew up. Antioch, Nolensville is where I grew up. So yeah.
Yep. Did it storm bad there yesterday?
It stormed, but not too bad. We didn't have any damage or anything, so it wasn't too bad here. But
well, my son had a doctor's appointment in Nashville, and we got home, my wife's like, I'm gonna take our oldest daughter, and she went to Walmart. And so I got the twins laid down, and I all of a sudden it was like pure light, and then it was just like it looked like it was nighttime. So I was like, I'm gonna run outside. So I ran
Yeah.
outside and I looked up, and like we had these clouds, and it was just a small, not even what I'd consider full rotation, but we did have some rotating in our clouds.
Yeah.
And so I called my wife. I was like, if the apartment's not here when you get back, it's because clouds are rotating. She's like, get in there and hide with the twins. I was like, no, I'm not gonna hide
Yeah.
with the twins. They're okay. But yeah, it stormed pretty good for a while here
Yeah.
yesterday, and then it was just over.
Yeah.
It really
Yeah,
didn't
great.
do nothing much here in Chattanooga either last night, and the dogs were going nuts.
Chattanooga. So, do you know where Cleveland, Tennessee is, Bryce?
Yeah, but I've never
So,
been to Cleveland.
So I used to go to school. My college was down there in Cleveland. I went to Lee University,
Hmm.
and I would always, me and a bunch of friends, we'd always go up into Chattanooga and go to the mall and go out to eat there because Cleveland really didn't just have too much of options. So it was they did have a Steak and Shake, which I miss Steak and Shake.
Steak and Shake is good.
Yes.
Bryce, I think we need to get you a picture with all the cheerleaders this year.
Yes.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Um,
Would
What
you
about-
like that?
what about the Two-Tone Blue Nation?
No, we're talking about the cheerleaders, Bryce. All those pretty girls surrounding you.
Yes, I would like that.
Yeah, but we can get a picture with Two-Tone Blue Nation too. But
Oh, Titans Fox. That's sorry. Never been in a doghouse. Never want to be in a doghouse.
yeah.
I
Nope.
really wanted to go get a picture with Two-Tone Blue Nation, but I was just too much in a hurry to go on the field at the time.
Yeah, we didn't really have time to go over there, which sucked, but that's okay. But
I really wanted to go over there and get a picture with them, but I kind of thought about it at first, and I was like, nope, I'm just gonna go on the field right away.
yeah.
Hey, wait,
Yeah.
what happened to your camera? It blacked.
Oh, I don't know what happened. Hang on.
It blacked out for a second. Let me see if I can bring you back in and bring you back out and see what that does.
No, I got it. I'm here.
Okay.
I'm about to have to go though, I think, but
Yeah, same here. My
see.
twins are getting a little restless.
Yeah, my kids.
This
should
is
be
my
home in a
daughter.
minute. Say hey. Oh, hi, Adam. Adam just hopped on.
Hi.
Oh, what's up, Adam?
Hi, Adam.
So, Bryce, with the addition of DeAndre Hopkins, does this change your record prediction for this season?
Yes.
Yes. All right. So before you tell us, all right, if you're watching, let us know in the comment what your record prediction is for the Titans. Bryce, what's yours?
I'm gonna say maybe 10-6.
10-6
to 11 and no, 10-7 to to 11-6 because we have 17 games now.
Yes.
We have that extra game for Derrick Henry to kind of break that 2,000-yard mark.
So, Titans Fox says 12-5, which I think is very, very reasonable if we stay healthy. Of course, my hopes is that we go something like maybe 13-3 or 14-2, but that's very unlikely.
Remember
Oh, Adam says, "Who am I kidding? 16-1. Let's go."
Go all the way.
Let's just
17-0.
17-0. There we go.
17-0.
Melody.
Super Bowl.
Yeah. What if that happened? What if we went completely
That'd be
undefeated and won the
crazy.
Super? Oh
I'm not
man,
gonna
we
lie.
called it first right here.
It would stress me out. Going into the postseason, 17-0 would actually stress me out because the odds
Yeah.
are the further you go along being undefeated, the more likely you are to get beat, regardless of how good you are. So I need at least one loss.
Yeah, because it only happened once in the NFL, and it was
remember the Patriots, and then they lost to the Giants in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, but the only team to ever go undefeated was the Dolphins, right? Yeah,
The Dolphins.
and Patriots, like you said, they came close and then they lost.
I believe it was the Cowboys one time in the early 90s. If I'm not mistaken, Gary, I think it was the Cowboys one time in the early 90s, if I'm not mistaken. Can you check that real quick and see?
See if there's another team that went undefeated.
Yeah.
12-14 win. Okay, so Adam says this team could be special. Seriously, could be 12-14 wins. Yeah, I agree. Like I said on I think it was Buck Rising's, one of his things he does is I kind of commented on there, and I agree. I think 12-14 is definitely very reasonable to ask of this team, because I mean it's going to be hard to defend this offense, and I think we had a top 5 defensive line last year, and we carried over 90% of our defense, and then we added to it. So I think our defense is going to be top 3 for sure this season. And the ceiling, I mean, who knows what the ceiling is for our offense? And if it's as high as we hope, then 12-14 wins easily. Titans Fox says 72 Dolphins were the only undefeated team during the regular season. He said, just Googled it. So yeah. And then the Patriots, they went and they lost in the Super Bowl. So the 72 Dolphins, they went all the way and won the Super Bowl. Hey, Missy, that's my phone. Can you leave it alone? Huh? You want to say hi? You say hi?
Hi.
Say tighten up. Say tighten up.
Tighten up. Oh, sorry about that.
So Adam said he'd love to get on with us one night.
I would definitely bring you on one night, Adam, for sure, man. DM me and we'll make that happen.
Yeah, that'd be awesome, man. We'll get on here and we'll chat, man. We'll just chat some Titan talk.
Not no Jaguar talk.
Thank you, Titans Fox. Yeah, this is my little princess. She's a daddy's girl.
Oh.
But yeah, so I'd say for me it's gonna be 13 or 14 wins and either 3 losses or 2 losses. And as long as those losses don't come in the AFC South, I'm happy. I really want to sweep the Jaguars because I'm sick of their fan base trying to run their mouth again.
They tried to come at me yesterday.
Yeah, man. There's that's something as podcasters we have to deal with as haters. And whether they're Jaguar fans or just people who are upset because they're not chasing their dreams, you gotta be the bigger person and look the other way. But I mean, some people can get pretty rude with it. So, like I said to you, Dolphin fans, they don't have no brains. Or Jaguar fans, sorry. I was reading the comments. Jaguar fans have no brain. Oh. Oh, thank you, Lawanda. Yeah, she's trying to play with the mouse right now. She's like, "Ooh, what is this?" I'm pretty sure if she could lift it, she'd probably try and be chewing on it right now. So they're actually just starting to try and teeth both of the twins. So if they say having twins is easy, it's not. It's challenging, but it's definitely well worth it. I love both my babies.
Look back in the comments.
Oh, try living here. Okay, so Titans Fox says, Gary, try living here in Jacksonville. They don't care about football while they are racking up number one overall pick, but they get lucky once and trash talk. I know. You tell those Jaguar fans, baby girl. Tell them. She getting riled up, guys. Yeah, they don't they don't have no brains, man. That's right.
I'm on the podcast now.
She's definitely on our side. She is her daddy's daughter. Both my son and my daughter, they're definitely gonna be diehard Titans fans. I will raise them right.
Hey, read that comment that Jonathan said to me.
He says, "Sure, Bryce, sure."
Because I said fins down.
Oh yeah, fins down, for sure.
Fins down.
Adams told Titans Fox that if you do a show, I'd love to get on there also. I agree with that. Definitely. Adam and Titans Fox.
I'm definitely down to bring you guys on. You guys definitely hit me up for sure. I got you guys. Gary, I jumped on a Jaguar fan today.
Oh yeah?
I did. I jumped on one of them on Twitter.
That's funny. Yeah, no, man, I can't do Jaguar fans because they get lucky one year and they think they all that, but yet Derrick Henry single-handedly owns them. I mean, I'm sure they forget about that 99-yard rushing touchdown where he slung their whole defense around like they were rag dolls. So that's okay because King Henry has something coming for him. Just wait. Hey Bryce, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go lay my daughter down real quick. I'll be right back in here, okay?
Hey, so I wanna ask your daughter a question.
Okay, fire away.
How long tell How long you been a Titans fan? How long have you been a Titans fan?
Here we go. Say since I was born. Say since I was born, I've been a Titan fan. 6 months. Well, she'll be 6 months on the 30th. So
Tighten up.
tighten up. Say tighten up. Say tighten up. I'm telling you guys, she is like eyeballing my mouse. All right, Bryce, I'll be right back, okay, buddy?
Yeah. That never happened.
All right, I'm back, buddy. Sorry about that. But yeah, hey, I'm gonna have to hop off here soon though, cause it's their feeding time, and she back there throwing a fit.
Hey, April.
She look, they don't play about their food. When they hungry, they hungry.
April texted us in the group chat. She said the electric company left just a few minutes ago, and Haley's phone died.
Okay.
And I told Haley, I said, LOL, that never happens to me.
I see that. Let's see if we can get April on. That way the show can continue.
Can you message her real fast?
Yep. Yep. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna actually call.
Okay.
All right, Bryce. So she said give her about 10 minutes and she'll hop on. She said, can you send her the link again?
Gary,
Or do you want to just end the show, or what do you want to do?
I'll wait for her. I'm gonna ask Adam if he can come on a Wednesday night.
Yeah. So normally, Wednesday nights, I'm at our church. I help teach kindergarten through fifth grade at our church on Wednesday nights. So a lot of times I'm unavailable. We had a family emergency on my wife's side. So that's the only reason why I was able to hop on today. But yeah, man, you know, uh, definitely excited to have Adam on and Titans Fox. I think that's gonna be awesome. And if you give me 1 second, I don't know if you hear my daughter in the background, but she's throwing a fit.
I do.
Yeah.
Adam said absolutely. He said he would come on a Wednesday night. Adam, I'm definitely down to bring you on, brother. For sure. What's up, Morocco? How's everything, man? How's everything going your way? I'll definitely, I'll definitely be down to bring anybody on as a guest as long as they're not busy at the time. As long as I'm not busy at that time, I should be free. Titans Fox, I'm definitely gonna have you back on again soon, man. And Melody, for sure, I'll definitely bring you on at some point with the Ladies of Titans Twitter group. For sure. Let me know when you're available.
All right, Bryce, I'm back. Can you hear me, buddy?
Yeah, I can hear you good.
All right. So,
I was reading some of the comments, and I told Melody I would get her back on for Ladies of Titans Twitter group. For
yeah.
the channel, because
Yeah, I think,
I 100% support the Ladies of Titans Twitter.
definitely.
I'm all for the Ladies of Titans Twitter group.
Well, we talked about at the end of our show last week. I think April and Haley are going to try and get together and do a women's only Titans podcast. So it'd be cool if they joined in with that, or if Melody got to join in on that. That would be awesome. But yeah, I think having the ladies of I'm saying it wrong. Say it for me, Bryce.
Ladies of
I'm
Titans.
getting tongue tied. Yes, Lady of Titans Twitter is awesome, and I think we shouldn't put women down. Period. Like what they do, is awesome. They have a voice, and there's a lot of great talent out there. There's a lot of women out there who would excel at doing podcasts, and I'd say this: if you're interested in doing a podcast, don't be afraid. Just hop out there and start it and go for it. Swing for the fences. The only way you'll ever achieve your dream is if you try. It doesn't mean you won't make mistakes. I've made mistakes. I'm sure Bryce has made mistakes. We've all made mistakes, but you just keep going.
I made several mistakes in the past where I was struggling to get my words out correct, but I'm doing pretty good now.
So my biggest pet peeve from What's Shaking Titans, which is my podcast, my biggest pet peeve from our first season last year was I would go on break and I would do our ad reading, and then when I'd come off a break, I'd have my mic muted. And I'd sit there and go like half the podcast thinking I'm talking and everybody can hear me, and then no one could hear what I'm saying because my mic was muted. It would drive me nuts. I did that so many times last year.
That's funny.
Yeah. So Adam says 100. Titans Fox put a heart, and then Adam says doing awesome, Bryce. Yeah, Bryce has an awesome podcast, and he does a wonderful job. He's able to get a lot of variety of different people out here, from Bishop Sankey to just other podcasters. He does an awesome job at what he does. He's very passionate about the Titans. So I'm really appreciative of Bryce and Haley for doing this, because this is a awesome podcast that they started here.
Me and Haley, started doing this together as the detail. As the detail got deeper, we started going into it more and more together. And the fact that we kind of stepped in and done it together, which was a pretty cool thing to do. Gary, can you hear me, bro?
Yes, sir, I can.
What happened to your camera, man? So what me and Haley we were on a Q&A thing in April last year, and that's how we started becoming co-hosts. And now this year I started to bring former Titans players on and stuff like that. I actually really enjoyed the Blaine Bishop one. That one was awesome. And Gary, so what did you think of the Blaine Bishop show?
I loved it, man. I really loved it. I liked just to kind of hear, him talk, and who was it? It was Reggie who was on with him, right?
Reggie.
Yeah, White.
Dr. Reginald Brown.
Yeah. So just to kind of hear their stories back and forth, it was really awesome to hear them talk about their experience. I liked his story about training camp he told. It was really awesome. It was really, really awesome. So it looks like we lost Bryce for a second. Well, anyway, so Adam said, "Do I have to be on camera? I have a face for radio." Hey, buddy. That's up to Bryce. This is a podcast, but I don't know. Bryce, does Adam have to have a camera? Have to be on camera, he said.
Adam, so what you can do is you can turn your camera off like this.
Yep, like this. Hey, we are still talking here. Sorry, that is a terrible Mario impersonation. My daughter has binge watched the new Mario movie so many times. Look, here, she's binge watched that movie. We've watched it like 8 times in one day. I promise y'all, I will remember that movie line for line before this week is up.
Hey, Adam, and you can also.
Oh, he said he don't care. He was just joking.
I'm definitely gonna show you how StreamYard works too. For sure. I'll definitely show you how it works. And Gary, I like the original old school logo of yours.
Oh yeah,
I like the classic.
yeah, our old school logo. You know, when I first created it, it was which I did our first logo myself. But it wasn't really, it didn't scream podcasty to me. And so I reached out to we have another co-host. He's not family because we have two extra co-hosts. One's Noah Cersei. He's mine and April's nephew, and then we have Mason Hollingsworth, and his dad actually did the new logo for us. So this is our new logo right here that you see. And I like it because for me it reminds me of the old like neon lights and stuff, and it just seemed really cool. Like I'm really big on LEDs and neon tube lights and stuff like that. Like it's my thing. Hey, I got a bunch of kids crying, Bryce. So I'm gonna have to go check on them. So if y'all hold on, I'll be right back.
Is April supposed to hop in?
Did you send her a link?
Oh, I forgot about that. My bad.
Yeah, send her a link real quick, and I'll be right back.
I'll be back. I'll be back, guys.
What's shaking, everybody? I am back. I don't know what happened to Bryce, but here we go. Sorry about that. I had two 5 months old and a 6 year old that I'm watching right now, so it's kind of making everything hard, guys. But hey, real quick in the comments, I want to know, what is the one game y'all are most excited for this season? Tell me the one game y'all are most excited for this season. Is it the London game against the Baltimore Ravens? Is it a rematch game from another AFC South, division opponent? What is y'all's number one most anticipated game this year? While we wait on Bryce to get back. So, for me, I'm really personally excited about oh my gosh, I'm stumbling over my words. I'm personally excited about the Baltimore Ravens game in London. We got Bryce back.
Sorry,
and yes, I will post the link to our YouTube channel real quick.
Oh,
hang on. Did you get that sent to her, buddy?
I thought April was in here, but I told her to check her email.
Okay.
I don't mind if you post your YouTube channel in the chat. Go ahead, man. Yeah. Like I said, Gary, I'm always here to help others out whenever they need it. I'm always here to kind of fill in the shoes and help each other and help other people out when they need it. And that's something that I want to do in the near future with the channel and stuff when they're not available to.
Yes, I agree, man. I'm the same way. Okay, so I posted a comment. Let's see if it popped up here. What's up, April?
Hey, hey.
Hey, April,
Hey, Bryce.
how are you?
I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. How are you guys?
We're good.
Good.
Me and me and Gary and Haley were talking a lot earlier before Haley's phone died.
Mine's going to be in the same position in just a little bit, but I wanted to hop on here and let you guys know that I'm here. And I was watching what I could and that you guys were doing a great job.
So Gary kind of had to step in and take your place for a little bit tonight.
I know it. He did awesome. He did awesome. I appreciate him. That's what I like about our dynamic.
So, April, what do you think about the addition of DeAndre Hopkins? How many games are we gonna win now since that's changed?
You know, I'm going to stick by what I said last week. I'm glad that we have him as an addition. He's a great addition. He's a great distraction on the field. But I think we were going to do decent without him. I think we're going to do even better with him. So I'm going to say between 11 and 12 games. I said last week between 10 and 11 games. So I'm going to say between 11 and 12 games, depending on how much chemistry he can gain with Tannehill over the preseason and of course over the camp.
Gary,
What's going on, buddy?
so what do you think about this? So what do you think about us bringing on? What do you think about bringing on a former player on your YouTube channel?
Oh, I'm really excited to do that. I know April is too. We've been really anxious to have somebody come on and us be able to interact with them and kind of further our channel in that aspect. And not just former players but other podcasts as well.
I can definitely help you guys with that if you guys need it. So, Gary, I'll definitely be looking forward. Oh, crap! Be looking forward to. I'll definitely try to reach out to Wayne Bishop to see if he's available for a post game or something like that.
Yeah,
That'd be great.
that
To pick
that
his
would
brain
definitely
would
be
be
awesome.
To kind of break down a post game with us, like let's say maybe a Sunday night or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. So Titans Fox, if you check out the comments, you'll see what's shaking Titans, and I put a link to our podcast page. So definitely hop on there, check that out whenever y'all get time. We definitely thank everybody for all the support on both channels, both Bryce's channel and our channel. It definitely means a lot. And while y'all are watching, don't forget to hit the like button. Y'all already commenting, but hit the like button. Subscribe if you're not yet already subscribed to Bryce's channel. The more you like and comment and share this out, the more the YouTube algorithm will share this out to people, and the bigger his channel will get. So definitely do that, guys. And with all that being said, Bryce, now that April's on here, I need to go tend to my kids, guys. So I'm gonna let y'all two chat it up for a while. We've talked about a lot, but Bryce, I love you, brother. I thank you for allowing me to hop on in place of April till she was able to get on. So
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
I'm gonna go tend to my kids now, guys. So I'll talk to y'all later.
Talk to
Adam,
you
Titans
later.
Fox, everybody in the comments. Thank y'all for commenting. Stay frosty. I'll catch y'all later.
Yeah,
Stay
thanks.
safe,
Bye.
Gary.
Love you, Bryce.
Love you too, brother.
Love you, April.
Love you. And then there were two. What's up, Bryce?
So, what do you think about this? What do you think about Malik Willis and the training camps and stuff like that? How well is Malik Willis gonna progress in training camp?
Well, with this being season 2 with Malik Willis, you really hope that he progresses, and the game kind of slows down for him. I'm excited to see him in the preseason games. I'm excited to see how the competition is with Will Levis. Hopefully that the both of them can pan out to be the quarterbacks and the vision that Mike Vrabel had for them. But I think that with this being year 2, I think that it has an opportunity to slow down for him, and he could really show us what he's got.
I think it. I think that Malik Willis. The rookie year was kind of fast for him, but I think that it's gonna slow him down a little bit more this year in year 3 to kind of see what he's capable of in year 3 and year 2. So what do you think about the time in the past with his rookie year?
I think that he was really thrown into it last year. I don't think that we really got to see him progress. With the way the season panned out last year. So hopefully this year we get to really see, what the coaches saw when they drafted him, as well as what the coaches saw when they have kept him on the roster. So
Haley said sorry, her kids just got home. She couldn't hop on. She said sorry, I missed you, April.
It's okay. I'm glad. I'm we have plenty of weeks together, so it's going to be great.
I said no worries.
Yeah.
So I think that Malik Willis can try to slow down a little bit in his second year and his third year. It's really gonna slow him down to kind of take some pressure, to kind of take the pressure off the quarterback position. But I think that it's really gonna be hard for him to slow down in his fourth year to see where he's at in his fourth year. But he's more of a extreme project player. He's really not one of those players that's always on the field. He's always gonna be an extreme project player for sure.
I agree.
So he's always doing good things off the field, but he's just doing bad things on the field, like throwing the ball in certain tight windows.
Yeah, and I think that as he gets, more veteran, and the more seasons go by, he'll be able to translate what's on the practice field to what's on the playing field.
I was actually watching the film on Malik Willis and last year he did really good at the last game of the preseason,
Mm-hmm.
but the first game of the preseason, he just didn't want to take Mike Vrabel's attention
Yeah.
to throw the ball or whatever.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. He
um,
wasn't comfortable with throwing the ball. He was definitely an instinct run first quarterback. And so it was hard for him to take really the advice and the coaching of Mike Vrabel in order to slow down and actually throw the ball.
there's one thing that I do not like at the offensive coordinator position from last year. It's where it was like a 4th-and-1 or 3rd-and-1, and they would do like the stupid screen pass play, and I don't get it.
Yeah, I know. I hate the screen pass play. I will be okay if I don't see that play all year. if they do not run that play all year, I will be okay because they ran it so much last year and they did not run it successfully. Might I add? So I will be okay with not seeing it at all.
They did like one of those stupid screen pass plays in the first game of the season, and it was like one of those jet sweep plays where you had Chig on one side and then Chig gets tackled in the backfield.
Yeah. It wasn't really fair to Chig either. We didn't have a great offensive line, so hopefully those problems will get fixed this year.
And it was because of Todd Downing.
You're right about that.
Sorry about that.
No,
my
you're
dog
fine.
went a little crazy.
That's okay, Bryce.
Yeah, I think that Todd Downing is absolutely just he didn't even exist at this point, but I think Todd Downing he was not the right offensive coordinator that we needed for this team.
I'm glad that he's gone. I'm not gonna miss him, and I'm happy to be moving on. I'm happy to be moving on.
He and a plus. I didn't like the fact that he got that DUI after the Green Bay Packers game. I mean, it was like, what are you doing? I was like, I saw that and I was like, what is he doing out?
Exactly. He wasn't thinking. So it's okay. I'm glad that he's gone. Won't miss him. And I look forward to what the new offensive coordinator has to bring. And I'm really excited, of course, for DeAndre Hopkins to work with them. And he's kind of bringing a new offense in. So I'm really excited. It's something to look forward to.
I'm really excited to see what DeAndre Hopkins brings to the table.
Me too.
I'm ready to see what he's capable of that Julio Jones couldn't do when Julio Jones was when he was healthy.
Yeah.
Julio Jones was progressing, but not as much.
Right, exactly. You're right about that.
I mean, DeAndre Hopkins is like that next level wide receiver that's gonna step in and take that spot.
Right.
Fill in those shoes.
Right. Gary wanted me to remind everyone that What's Shaking Titans is going to be back. August 6th will be our first episode of season 2. So join us in. We'll have Bryce join us, and we're really excited about that as well.
Yes.
All right, Bryce, my phone is going dead as well. So it was really great to be on the show with you this week. I can't wait till next week. I'm so excited to be your co-host. Whoop whoop! I'm excited for our show. And I can't wait to tune in next week to see what we've got going on, okay?
I'm definitely gonna bring Adam on next week
Yay, Adam!
or Titans Thoughts.
Yeah. Well,
I'm gonna
it'll be so good to see those two.
I'm gonna hit up both of them to see if they can come on at the same time.
Yeah, that'll be good. That'll be good. Hopefully, we won't have all these bad storms, so my electric won't be acting up, and I do apologize about that, but they did get it fixed, so.
Hopefully no bad storms happen.
You're right about that. But I love you, Bryce, and I will talk to you a little bit later. And looks like we've hit another awesome milestone for you. So 2 hours long. Whoop, whoop. And I can't wait to be on your show next week, okay?
Yes.
All right. I love you, Bryce.
Love you.
Bye. Good night.
Thank you guys for watching and the chat tonight. It was really great to read your comments, and please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel if you're new.